go. There we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Sunday full of football. This is your wise guy roundtable. That's what we're going to call it. This is welcome back to Game On. We're here. We're ready to break down the picks for you. If you got fantasy football questions, go ahead and ask them. We'll get to those. We've got a lot, dude. This is week 3. Week 3 historically is the week of the dog. When everyone thinks they've got these teams figured out, dogs come barking and bite you in the ass. So
don't give me hope.
I'm excited. Well, I'm talking about against the spread. Doesn't mean they're going to win outright.
Oh, okay.
But I'm excited to see how everyone's tackling the plays today. But we're going to dive right into it. We were down heavy steps. He got called into work, or so he says. I think it's because he only got one pick right last week. So, I think
a lot of us didn't do very well last week.
Yeah, it was a rough week last week.
Yeah, based on what I've seen, and I've seen this in the past before, where the books, they throw a bone to the general public, and the general public just cleans up. And that's what we saw last weekend in the NFL. When I was going back through the numbers, the public had a very, very good day. And when they throw a bone like that, what tends to happen the following week, they give it all back.
They sure do. To verify that, if you were a 4-point or greater favorite this season, you are 12. Well, now after Thursday Night Football, 13-0, straight up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So all those public money line parlays are just cashing.
Oh, yeah.
Feels like we're walking through some landmines this week. Got to be very careful. Beardo, how we doing this morning?
I'm doing good, man. Doing a lot of streaming this weekend. It's spooky season, boys. So I've been playing some scary video games over on my channel. It's been going great. But then I played some Fortnite last night with the boys. So you gotta switch it up. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. The Giants maybe played their best game that they've played in the past 7 years last week, and we still freaking lost. So, and now we got the undefeated Chiefs and the undefeated Giants tonight. I have no clue what to think about that, but there's plenty of other games that I'm pretty confident in this week.
You mean the defeated, not undefeated?
Oh, yes. The entirely defeated. Sorry. The 0-2. Yes, the 0-2 Chiefs. Did I say undefeated?
Yeah.
It's early. The completely defeated Chiefs.
Have we ever had a Sunday night game where both teams were winless?
That's a great question.
I don't know. I mean, that is a good question. Probably not.
I can't recall.
Hey, let's give it a big shout out real quick. Big shout out to Buku. That's real loud. It's my bad. Buku with a $5 Rumble rant. Morning, boys. 14-6 in the college football weekend. Gosh, nailed it. Hit me with all the winners today, man. Dude, Buku, I got to give you a big thank you, not only for that $5 Rumble rant, your teaser you gave out. That cash, I just saw it this morning. I'm like, holy cow, Buku's teaser hit. So that was a nice little winner there for us. I love it. Sporty said I had Dallas and Survivor for half my picks last week. It was a great sweat. Oh, yes, that was. What up, J Main? How we doing? Ghost, how are you doing this morning?
Well, hopefully better than what happened last Sunday. Last Sunday, I think I only hit one game, but just because like I said something's going on today, and like I've seen in like I told you earlier, like I've seen this in the past, and we had some similar instances yesterday in college football too, where the public was cleaning up on a lot of these heavy favorite games, not like the 40-point spread games, but anything around between 6 and 10 points, they were cleaning up. But what happened to Clemson?
Oh God, yeah. Jeez, Clemson might just be bad.
Yeah,
no one saw that coming. They just might be bad.
Yeah, and I was glad. I was real happy that I took Indiana in that 7 points. 63-10 was the final in that game.
Yeah, I flipped my in all my contest picks. I was getting cute and gonna pick Illinois to win, and then I flipped it back. So I'm glad I did. That was what Utah let me down though. That was a good game though. Utah, Texas Tech. I messed up. Here's something for you guys that are using Kalshi like I do. I was trying to get cute, and so I was like, whoever wins this Utah Texas Tech game, highly likely they're going to be in the Big 12 championship game. Not saying they're going to win it, but they'll be in the game. So I was trying to get ahead of the market. they were pretty much even, a little bit even on who was going to win the Big 12. So I went over and made a futures bet as I saw, like when I'm like, oh, Tech's got this, they're going to win. And I was a little bit behind of it. It got up to 30 cents. And I was like, man, before the game, it was like at 22. And I'm like, oh, man, well, I still think there's some value here. And so I was just going to get a little bit of it. I went to go buy 100 shares. It was like $30 of it. And I accidentally hit an extra zero. So I bought 1,000 shares for 300. So I'm really rooting on Tech because I can't sell out yet. So I was looking at their schedule. I'm like, well, if Tech wins these next 2 weeks, that should go up and I can sell out or sell some of it out because I didn't want to have that much exposure on it. But I'm a big Texas Tech fan now. But let's say hello to our friends Beach Dads here. Good morning. Gas Station Burritos in the house. What up? Jay Main's here. Mark over on the YouTube side, Nevada Maverick, and then our friends over on Rumble, of course. We got supporting in the house. Super James is here. What up, buddy? Mont's in the house. How we doing? Supporting. What's up, buddy? Loki. Heavy Steps got called into work. Poor guy.
Sure,
honoring old farts here. He says, "How about them Rams, Beardo?"
I know. I'm a hater of the Rams, but I might have to switch that up. But my Geno Smith, anytime interception, man. Threw 3 of them on Monday night. I love it. You always hit on Geno Smith, anytime interception.
Well, to be fair, and
he's always due. What happened?
And to be fair, and Jameis Winston.
And Jameis Winston if he's playing, yeah.
Yeah. He's due. You know who's also due is Tua, especially in a big spot.
Oh, yeah. Tua. I think you texted me. You're like, Tua's due. He was due.
I texted you after the fact. I texted you. I go, he was due.
Yeah.
That was great. This week is going to be crazy because so I'm in this contest. I'm in about 1 million contests, but I'm in this contest. 14,000 people almost entered this thing. It's spread survivor. So it's your normal survivor, but you got to do it against the spread. There's 14,000 people 2 weeks ago. There's about 2,600. So, wow. I mean, we've knocked out a huge amount of them. Sporting Goods too. I got 4 entries left. I almost took the Dolphins, but then I bitched out because it's the Bills and I got scared. Because I'm like, the Bills, if they want to put up 50, they can put up 50. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I like the Dolphins in that one because the Bills defense, they were missing some key guys, and I'm like, a desperation time for Miami. But what ultimately kept me off of it was they were only giving us 11 in this one, and the line like closed like 12.5 or 13. So I was like, it's not good pick. But I keep going back and forth on who I want to pick. I'm tempted to just do this. Take 2 of my entries, put one of them on the Saints here and one of them on the Seahawks because one's going to win, and just burn one of my entries because I don't want to use the Saints or Seahawks the rest of the season anyways. I want to just get those guys out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean? Yeah.
That way at least I have one that survives. I don't know. I'm hoping the dogs are barking.
Yeah.
I gotta love that Miami Buffalo game. I was just hoping. Okay, Buffalo, kick a field goal here, put this game out of reach, and boom, they did, and that game went over the total.
Oh yeah, that field goal was huge for the total.
Oh yeah, because it was sitting at 49.
Yeah.
And I had 49.5, and I'd just say, come on. You got seconds left in the game. Just put this game out of reach so Miami can't march down the field. And then Prater hits that long field goal, giving me the win on that over.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. Or else you would have had a root for Miami to score again. And, God, that was rough.
Yeah, I didn't think they would be able to. They don't have the talent to rush down the field like that with just seconds left in the game and no timeouts.
Absolutely. Well, they did on their first drive, man. That's what Miami did. They marched right down the field. Their run game, man, between Achan and who was their other running back? Gosh damn it, I forget.
God, what's his name? I've never even heard of.
I've never heard of him either. Was it like Gordon too? Gordon the second?
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
I can't remember his last name, but that's
Ollie
exactly
Gordon. Ollie Gordon.
Yep.
Yeah, I told Crick. By the way, Crick came back on the show last week.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
That's
he's
cool.
Gonna come on a couple times a week. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And on Friday, I told Crick, I go, I don't even know what an Ollie Gordon is. I was looking at that. I go, what's an Ollie Gordon? I go, that's not a real person. Did you see the guy on X? He goes, if Ollie Gordon, scores an anytime touchdown, not just the first touchdown, anytime touchdown, I'll text my ex and tell her I love her. She's getting married this weekend, by the way. And he did it, and she blocked him.
He was the first score. Oh, and he did it, and she blocked him afterwards?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, because all the people from Barstool was like giving him shit. Like,
Yeah.
you got to do it now.
Dude, speaking of Barstool, on Thursday, John Gruden, Thursday morning, said final score tonight's game 31-20. And the final score was 31-21.
Yeah, he was 1 point off.
Dude, 1 point off, man. John Gruden, man. He's going to be the next head coach of the football Giants.
Really?
I'm saying it right now. If Dable gets canned, John Gruden is going to be the next head coach of the Giants.
Good morning, Miss Leslie. Step says burning a survivor pick is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well,
yeah, well, we're losing over half the field every week. So if I could keep one alive, that would be great. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. What was I going to say? You know what? Speaking of Miami, we'll talk about that real quick. The Dolphins don't have a Mike McDaniel problem. Everyone is looking at him, wanting to fire him and say he's the problem. The Miami Dolphins has a Tua problem. Tua's just not the guy. Now you can blame McDaniel because he said pay Tua. Okay. But I think McDaniel is still a good coach. I just think his quarterback is just not the dude. We've seen enough. Everyone's talking about getting rid of McDaniel. You got to get rid of Tua. I mean, that guy's he's not it. We've seen enough. Also, given his injury history, he should probably just retire anyways because he's out there and he looks like when he runs, he's scared, which I would be too after all those concussions, you know?
Mm-hmm. Alabama's kind of like the USC of the East. They don't produce a lot of really good quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. They have great college careers, but when they transfer to the NFL, it's very limited on their capabilities and what they can do. I mean, I would think the biggest successful quarterback that came out of Alabama is Joe Namath.
Yeah, and he was
and Joe Namath had a great career with the Jets, but if you look at his overall career, he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. His numbers are terrible. But it's only because he made that guarantee, and that's what got him into the Hall of Fame. And he was the last AFL. That was the last AFL championship before the merger.
I love this name, Dirt Muffler Butt. What up?
Dirt Muffler Butt. Yeah, Tua's got that low football IQ, man.
Low football IQ. He's not in there. He's not the guy. All right, we're going to dive into the games, into the picks. But first, I got to tell you guys about Rumble and why you should join Rumble Premium. All right. First of all, you should join because I'm in the creator program and it helps me out. You probably noticed Rumble is growing fast and is not slowing down. They're building a real alternative to big tech that puts creators first and actually protects free speech. And now there's Rumble Premium, an easy way to upgrade your experience. With Rumble Premium, you get ad-free viewing across the platform, no pre-rolls, no interruptions, just the content you came for. Plus, premium members unlock exclusive content like bonus videos, behind-the-scenes drops, and more from your favorite creators. Right now, Rumble's offering $10 off an annual subscription. Just go to rumble.com/premium and use the promo code STUDIO at checkout. Or if you're watching the stream and you're not a premium member, right below this video, it will say join premium. Will it be a premium button? Click that because then they know I sent you and I get credit for it. So it's a win all around for everyone. That's rumble.com/premium. Use promo code STUDIO. No ads, more freedom, and content you actually care about. That's the deal.
Hell yeah.
Boom. Booyah. Premium, baby. All right. Look at that. Rumble's so nice. They put us up top. They're so nice to us. Okay, first game. Let's just dive right into it. It's going to pop up Steelers-Patriots for me. Steelers-Patriots. Who wants to start this one off? We got the Steelers are 1.5-point favorites in New England. Sharp money, big money on the Steelers. 17% of the bets, but 62% of the money. That means some big bets are on the Steelers this week.
Why don't you start this one, man? You're the Patriots guy.
This will be a good practice because on Sports Wars, I'm gonna throw this to you just exactly how I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay.
Beardo, the Steelers since 2012 are 1-8 straight up against New England.
Wow.
They haven't beat New England in Foxborough since 2008. You know what that means, Beardo?
It means they're due.
They're due. Aaron Rodgers There's only 2 stadiums that he's 0-2 at, hasn't won. One of them is New England. He's 0-2 straight up and against the spread in his career. You know what that means, Beardo?
He's due.
He's due. I like the Steelers today. I understand you can. There's concerns about the Steelers defense, which I agree. Patriots should be able to run the ball on them. Patriots look good. We're able to move the ball offensively against Miami, but Miami just might be terrible. Miami was actually able to put up a lot of points. I'm nervous about our defense. Christian Gonzalez is out again. The thing here is Rodgers can play really well if he's comfortable. And I don't think and I don't think he's going to be uncomfortable in this match because the Patriots don't really have that good of a pass rush. They'll say, yeah, look, here's some stats. We'll show you that they actually do have a pretty good pass rush. But I mean, that was against Miami. I mean, we said, you know what I mean? Like, we'll see. We'll see. But I think the Steelers are going to keep Rodgers clean. He's going to pick us apart. And I don't trust my offense yet. And with Christian Gonzalez still out defensively, that's going to make it tougher too for the Patriots defense. So I have the Steelers in this one.
Do the Patriots play on natural grass? Or is it artificial turf? They play on natural grass. So this is weird to me because the Steelers were at home last week and they lost a bad loss against Seattle. And Rodgers usually plays really good on grass, but he had a very ugly pick last week. But in week 1, he played in New York on maybe the worst artificial turf in the league at MetLife Stadium, and he won, and he had a great game.
Well, that's probably because he has beef with that turf, you know. It was personal.
It was a little personal, man. It was a grudge match for Aaron Rodgers, for the turf and just for the Jets organization as a whole. I don't know if we saw a really good matchup between the Steelers and the Jets week 1 because both teams have promise or both teams are just really bad. So, and we saw the Jets last week. They got fucking wally stomped by fucking, I don't even know if that's a phrase, but let's pretend that it is, against Buffalo last week. Oh, man. And the Patriots had a great game against Miami, but Miami sucks too. This one's tough, man. I'm gonna ride with you, though. I'm going to go Pittsburgh, but it's not a confident pick.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either way. On your old fart says odd that Miami was looking good a couple years ago and then went backwards. Well, it's not that odd when you saw how many times Tua got concussed. You know, I think that kind of gave us a big old sign.
Yeah, what's crazy about this game from what I'm seeing is all the spread bets. As for the numbers I'm getting here, I'm showing 83% of the bets that are coming in are taking New England at plus 1.5. Yet 62% of the money is actually coming in on the Steelers. Which is,
that's so. So what
some sharp money is coming in on the Steelers.
Yeah, so we got a sharp signal here, and we got a big signal. What Ghost is hinting at is 17% of the overall bets, but 61% of the money. That means that's a 43 or 44% differential there, which is huge. Which means a lot of these bets on the Steelers are big bets. There's not many, but the ones that are in there are big bets.
Yeah, the big bets are the ones you always got to pay attention to because these guys make a living of doing this. But as for my take on this, I'm going to ride with the two of you, and I'm also going to take the Steelers. It's not a confidence pick. I just think that I'm shocked though with the Steelers not having won there in so long. I mean that's even without Brady being there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'll ride with the Steelers on this one as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't got much on that one. I still have yet to pick my team this season. You'll know when I'm really confident with the Patriots is when I actually pick them, but I haven't picked them any week yet. What's up? Hot dong. Hot dong. How do you say that, Beardo? I want to get
Hot dongen het ua.
There we go.
Fucking know.
Packers look very good this year so far. Yes, they do. They look like the best team in football.
If I got a super chat name like that, I would just short it to hot.
Hot
but
dog.
I'm hot.
We'll go with hot dog it. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Speaking of those Packers, they are 7.5-point favorites in Cleveland. Sharp action on them. Sharp action on the Packers. An action expert is going to take the points in the Browns. 52% of the bets and 57% of the money coming in on the Packers there. Anyone got a feel on this game?
7.5 points is a lot of points, especially in Cleveland, but the Packers do look really fucking good. They look like they're in mid-season form. Give me the Packers. And the total is 41.5. Hammer that over, bro. Hammer the fucking over.
You trust Joe Flacco, huh?
Yeah. Hammer the over. Hammer the over. Well, dude, the Packers are going to put up 35 points on their own.
The big poopa over in the Rumble chat says, you guys actually suck at this. Well, thank you for noticing the obvious. Yes, we
appreciate
it. Thank you. And
Here's
good morning, by the way.
Here's another, I'm not exactly super confident on this, but based on some of the things I'm seeing, the Packers 2-0 coming off of 2 great wins. I'm going to take the Browns in the points.
Nice. Miss Leslie says Flacco can't move. He almost plays like he's 40. Oh wait, he is. Or he. That's funny. That is funny. So what? When I originally looked at this one, I was sided with you, Ghost. I like the 8 or the 7.5 or 8 or wherever it's going to end up landing at. But then I sat back and I thought about it. I'm like, okay, Packers are a good team. The Browns are a shitty team. This is the Packers' first road game. So a lot of people are some handicaps I've been hearing is like the Packers might be looking past this game because they should roll, and they're looking at that big Dallas game, which I don't know why they'd be looking ahead to Dallas, but I don't think they are looking ahead no matter who it is they're playing because this is their first road game, and I know Matt LaFleur is going to have his team kind of dialed in for that first game, like make sure that hey we're doing everything right. Matt LaFleur and what is he? I got it written down here. Matt LaFleur in September for his career as a coach of the Packers, 17-6 ATS all time. On the road in September, 8-1 ATS.
Let's go.
I think he's going to be dialed in. I used to be afraid of when you see a 7.5, you always want to take the dog. When you see a 6.5, you always want to take the favorite. But now, as I've done this over the years, I'm like, you know what? More times than not, that's the book. Like the books putting that 7.5 there, it's like they want you to take the dog. It's like
exactly.
When you get 2.5 or versus 3.5. So I'm like, I'm not scared that the Packers are laying 7.5. They got to get more than touchdown. I'm on the side of the Packers in this one. I think they're going to roll today.
Yeah, the hook is always critical. Mm-hmm. They throw that hook in there for a reason. Especially with like say a 3.5, where they try to eliminate a push. Just like yesterday when I had Auburn +7, and then they screwed me with that safety in the end zone that gave me a push, or I had Auburn was going. Auburn would have covered that spread against Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, they would have. I actually saw that. That was crazy.
They were only up by Oklahoma was only up by 5 points. So everybody who would have taken Auburn in the points, they would have won. But then they had to get sacked in the end zone to put them up by 7, and that's the way the game ended.
Yeah, and the books hate, at least the Vegas books hate pushes.
Yeah, because they don't make any money off of it because
they lose money.
Yeah, there's no vig or anything like that.
Well, because in Vegas, they still have to pay the tax as if it was paid out. So, like a push, they give the refund, but they still pay a tax on that money. So they hate pushes. That's very interesting there. Okay, yeah, Packers, Browns. That was good. We got what we got up next. If you guys want any of these added to your contest picks, you just let me know. But we'll with it.
I'll take the Packers in my contest.
Okay. Texans, Jaguars. Jaguars are laying 1.5 sharp money on the Jags. Big money on the Texans with 51% of the bet, 72% of the money on the Texans here. This is the season for the Texans. I know their offensive line stinks. It is. If they can't start off 0-3 and you lose to a divisional opponent here, and if the Colts go out and win, they'll be 3 games down in the division to the Colts. This is I can only take the Texans in this one. I know there's concerns with their offensive line, but defensively, I expect a big defensive performance. Jacksonville hasn't. I mean, they look better, but I mean, they haven't really played anyone good. You had to play a Cincy team last week, and somehow you found a way to lose that game with Burrow out. And then who they open up with? The Panthers, right? Is that who they beat?
Fuck. I think so. Yeah, I think so too.
So this is the first time this Jags offense this season is going to see a top 5 defense. So I like the Texans in this game.
Go for it.
No, I was just saying, go ahead.
I don't know what to think about this Texans team because last week they played about 2 quarters of decent football against the Bucks, and their defense just let Baker march right down the field and go full beast mode. With the Jaguars, I still don't know what to think about Trevor Lawrence either. Is he going to be the guy? Or are they going to be shopping him in a few years? I like the Jags in this one at home. I just don't like that. I think that CJ Stroud, it was a 1-year wonder. He had a great rookie year. And since then, and this is when it happened, Will. Ever since CJ Stroud, big broed Caleb Williams last year. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that? Like after the game, and like he grabbed onto his jersey and pulled him in and tried to big brother him and stuff, give him advice after he had one good year. CJ Stroud has fucking stunk ever since.
Because he touched Caleb Williams.
Yeah, he got a little bit of gay on him.
Yeah, it's like in Space Jam. You just lose your powers. Except for they didn't transfer over to Caleb.
No, yeah.
It was evaporated into the ether.
Right. I like the Jaguars. Give me the Jaguars. I don't want them in the contest, but okay. I take the Jaguars and they'll cover that 1.5 too.
Ooh. What do you think, Ghost?
Well, I'm showing a lot of similar to the Steelers and the Patriots game. I'm showing a lot of heavy bets coming in on Jacksonville, both at the money line and with the spread. But all the big money is taking the Houston plus 105 on the money line, and then they're also 77% of the heavy action money is coming in at Houston plus 1.5. So I'm going to take the Houston Texans in this spot, and you can put me up there with a confidence pick on this one.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, I think that's a good call. I'll back a team with their season on the line. And by the way, Houston has won in Jacksonville like 8 straight years now. This is one of those weird ones. The AFC South does those funny things of like they always win on the road in division. Like, so when the Jags come to Houston, they seem to always win in Houston, and Houston seems to win in Jacksonville. Why that is, I don't know.
But does that mean that Jacksonville's due?
Not in this case, because it's the division. It just happens.
Oh, it doesn't count this time. Okay.
Yeah, it won't happen. They're not due this time. Maybe next.
Usually 10 is a magic number. If a team comes in there and hits 10, a lot of times when that 11th game comes, that's when they lose.
Wasn't it the Colts that like lose? It was the Colts, or maybe it was maybe it was Jacksonville because I think Minshew was down there. One of those teams that lost, like the Colts had lost. Yeah, it was the Colts. Because they lost in Jacksonville. I remember this. That was like Jacksonville's only win of the season was the first week. The Colts have lost like 13 straight at one point, season openers. And then they had lost I don't know how many times in a row down in Jacksonville. It was crazy.
Well, here's something for you, Will. You remember when the undefeated Patriots went on their run? They covered the spread in every single game until they played the Eagles, Ravens, and Giants.
Yeah, and that was the last 3 games of the season.
That was the last 3 games of the season. Then they lost against the spread on all 3 games.
Yeah, they played so poorly leading up to the Super Bowl. It shouldn't have been a shock that it was going to be a struggle because they just because they were so talented, they eked by those games. But they definitely weren't playing at their peak form. And then, we all know what happened.
Yeah.
It's too soon.
We do.
It's too soon to rub that in.
It's too soon. Fuck. It's been like, at this point, 17
God, yeah, when you guys were
years?
watching the game and I was in the locals chat, you guys said something about Brady, and I was like, too soon, guys. Too soon. I remember what it was,
The wound's still there. I can't heal it.
yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Am I on an island for this one, boys? You guys both on the Texans?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I love it. I
like a little crossfire action there.
Yeah.
Bengals Vikings week. This is the battle of the backups. You got Browning versus Wentz.
Yep.
Remind you, Super Bowl winning quarterback Carson Wentz.
You're damn right he is.
NFL MVP through 13 weeks. Carson Wentz.
He still should have been the MVP that year, man.
You can't miss that many games and win the MVP. You can't do it. But Vikings laying 3. Sharp money on the Vikings. 58% of the money is on the Bengals, so to cover the 3. I like the Vikings in this one, but I don't like it enough to make it a pick or have much confidence. But I really like if it can get to 2.5, I might bet it. But I don't know. I think everyone's talking about, hey, Browning's been in the system, you know. He knows these players. He can move the ball, blah, blah, blah. But he's also going up against Brian Flores defense.
Yeah.
And by the way, speaking of Brian Flores, the Dolphins ownership owes that man an apology because he was right. He was the one. He got fired, 1, for not colluding and losing games on purpose, but 2, because he kept dogging Tua and saying that he sucks. And he saw it right off the rip. And you know what? He was right. So they owe him an apology.
Yeah, you might be onto something. But then he had to go and say he got fired because of his skin color. So,
well, that too.
Yeah.
That too, you know.
So
you got to. It's just it's a lawsuit. You know, you got to add all that stuff you can into it.
Yeah, that's true. I got something for you, Will, here. The Vikings, Carson Wentz is going to look fantastic today.
Oh yes,
Carson Wentz might have a damn near perfect passer rating today. And going for the rest of the season long, JJ McCarthy ain't gonna sniff the field. Vikings fans are gonna forget JJ McCarthy's name.
Who?
And I think the Vikings are gonna learn from their mistake last year, not signing Sam Darnold to an extension. And Carson Wentz is gonna be the Vikings quarterback going forward for the future. Maybe, you know, something light, like a 3-year deal.
Wow, that took a turn that I didn't expect. I like it. Bold prediction.
Give me the Vikings all fucking day, covering that 2.5, and I want it in the contest pick.
Okay.
I love the Vikings today.
Yeah, there's been some crazy line movement on this game, even after the Burrow injury. I mean, this after the injury, this line was originally at 3.5. I've seen it go as low as 2.5, but it's been holding steady at 3. I'm not super confident in this game. This is like a game that you just sit and watch if there's nothing else on TV. But I'm going to take the Vikings in this game.
What are you talking about? This is going to be the game of the week.
Lock of the year, Vikings. No. But
this is the best quarterback
take
matchup of the week.
Yeah, I'm just going to take the Vikings. Not a confidence pick. I'm just leaning them.
Okay. Next up, we got the Falcons and the Panthers. I love this game. This is one of my picks. Sharp money and big money is on the Falcons. 39% of the bets, 90% of the money is on the Falcons. There's a lot of stats and trends out there that will show you the Falcons actually should be playing better than they are. A lot of people are believing in this Falcons team off of that win up against, Minnesota. I love the Panthers in this spot, and the line keeps moving out, so I love it even more. I liked it earlier in the week when the line was lower. Now I'm catching 5. Give me the Panthers. This is a classic. Everyone thinks the Panthers stink. Everyone's buying in on the Falcons. This is a road divisional game. I'm catching 5. I think the Panthers have a shot to win this game outright and upset the Falcons, but I'll take the 5 points. I think it's going to be a close game. The time people don't believe in a team is when you kind of want to back them in this business, and no one wants to bet on the Panthers. So I love this spot, divisional matchup, and everyone's betting the road favorite.
So you're picking the Panthers to cover, but not to win.
I actually bet them to win the game, but for this, yes, for the cover.
Okay. Fuck. I hate Bryce Young. I I think Canales got his job because Baker Mayfield played really well down in Tampa. I think Canales is a few years away from being a offensive coordinator again. This franchise stinks. Maybe the second worst owner in all of football down there in Carolina. We all know who the first worst owner is. Fuck. Give me the Falcons, but maybe the Panthers cover. Maybe the Panthers cover. I'm not super confident in this one, but I like the Falcons to win.
Okay.
I like some of this, what I'm seeing. I mean, I'm showing some places at the 5.5 down to 4.5, but it's that heavy vig on the dog is what I'm seeing. And, well, I'm actually going to lean with you too, Will, on this one. Make it a confidence pick. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers in the points.
I love it.
I think this is a prime spot for a letdown for Atlanta, and like you said, nobody has any confidence in Bryce Young or the Carolina Panthers, which makes this a live dog.
Yeah, this is one of those. It's first of all, like we said, this is a dog week historically, so there's going to be some upsets that the public doesn't see coming. There's been that trend stat that's been thrown out of 4.5 point, 4-point favorites or better are 13-0 straight up. So the Falcons are going to be in on a lot of money line parlays today. This is where the book cleans up. That's why I like them to win outright too. But I think it's going to be a close game, and so it's one of those bets. It's not the worst one. I got a more terrible bet coming up that I like. But the ones that make you throw up in your mouth a little bit after you click confirm that you just put money on Bryce Young.
Yeah,
those
gross.
are usually the ones. Yeah, those are usually the ones that are like the best bets to make. They don't always win, but historically those ones usually win more than not. And good morning, Grass Guy. How we doing?
Morning.
Let's see. Mark says I want to throw Bijan Dijon mustard on my parlay, but that butthead always lets me down.
It's the offensive line. The offensive line there is terrible.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I got that pick in for you. There we are. Man, we're cruising right along. I like these. Oh, by the way, Steps is on. Let me tell you who Steps is on real quick. Steps is on the Rams, the Raiders, the Titans, Houston, and the Chiefs.
Gross.
Yeah. I don't know about that guy. I don't know about him, but we'll get to those. Speaking of which, one of the picks he has and I love is the Rams and Eagles. Man, this one, I love the Rams, and I think the Rams are going to win outright today. They're 3.5-point dogs on the road in Philly. Sharp money, big money, action number experts all lined up on the Rams. 36% of the bets, 57% of the money on the Rams. One of the things that really did this for me was, I'm not really too impressed with Philly's defense yet. I think it will get better as the season goes on, like most Vic Fangio defenses do. But the Rams are playing really well right now. They're, if you just go back to net YPP, they're up 2 yards per play on their opponents. Meanwhile, the Eagles' net YPP is -1 yards. So we got a net 3 YPP differential here between these two teams. I think the Rams are a better team. I think the Eagles are just hanging around. Just last week, I was not impressed that they let the Chiefs come back in that game, and then they had the fact that they had to go to a tush push to even like seal the game out. This Eagles team has not been able to. They should be built to be able to run the clock out. You know what I mean? And we've seen it in the last year. They had that like 17 play 10-minute drive to end the game. One of the games they played in. We're not seeing that yet. What is it? Barkley's not even averaging 4 yards per carry. There's just something off of this Eagles team. Give me Stafford while he's still healthy, and this Rams team catching the 3.5 on the road, but also give me on the money line.
The Eagles are the new Chiefs. So let me explain what I mean by that. The Chiefs in the past, like, you could not give them any kind of bone or they're gonna fucking like rip you apart. Like, you might have the Chiefs beat and you make one small mistake and then they're gonna fucking run it down your fucking throat and make you pay for it and wind up winning the fucking game. And you're like, oh my God, how did the Chiefs wind up winning that game? It's because of stupid little mistakes that you don't think should have a big impact, but the Chiefs found a way to turn those mistakes and get a win out of it. That's the Eagles now. That's the Eagles this year. Just look at last week. The Chiefs had them beat. Travis Kelce drops a ball. Defender's right there and just fucking scoops it up for a long interception. I like the Eagles. Give me the Eagles. I think the Rams cover that 3.5, but the Eagles win. I think this could be like a 21-20 game. Field goal at the end. And I like the under. I think this is going to be a low scoring game for both teams. So, but give me the Eagles.
Henri Old Fart says the Rams have won against the Texans and Titans. I'm not sold on them yet. Yeah, but I mean, the fact that they were able to move the ball on that Texans defense, it was impressive because the Texans defense is actually really good. And yeah, they played the Titans, but it's still impressive to go on the road and actually cover the spread and beat a team above expectations. So the Rams have only played who's been in front of them, and they've met expectations both times. So I just don't trust this Phillies defense yet. What do you think, Ghost?
I've seen some heavy line movement on this game. I know it originally was at 4.5, but I'm talking more currently. The line was at 3.5, and it did dip down across the threshold and hit the even flat 3. And it held steady for that 3 for a few hours before it jumped back up to 3.5. But that's some sharp money coming in there on the dog to be able to knock that thing off of 3.5 to 3, because public money does not move lines like that. That's only sharp money that moves lines. So I did originally have my early thoughts in this week on the Eagles, but based on some of the line movement that I've seen going on here, give me the Rams and the points.
Yes.
I wouldn't be shocked to see them win outright, because the Eagles have a big game next weekend against the Buccaneers on the road. So, I mean, we always talk about look-ahead games. Some teams are well prepared for look-ahead games, but some teams aren't. Because you can't convince all the players to be focused. Some of them in their heads may be looking ahead. We got a big game against the Buccaneers. So, give me the Rams and the points.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I don't want to say we throw around who's more motivated. I think it's too early in the season to talk about motivation, but focus is good. I could see the Eagles being a little flat and not dialed in focus, because guess what? They just played their Super Bowl rematch last week in Kansas City, right? That and eked one out, and there's that controversial, were they offsides? They're not calling the tush push, and now the league says the refs are gonna focus on the tush push this week. So they're a little distracted. So I would say they aren't dialed in focus. Meanwhile, the Rams, they are going to be very focused for this match, because that they almost beat the Eagles last year, and if they would have, they probably would have been in the Super Bowl themselves. So they know how close they were last year. I could see the Rams being dialed in early on in this game, and the Eagles being just a little flat.
I'm on an island a lot today. I love it.
It's okay. We can't all agree, it's just a boring show.
Then I can come back next week and just tell you guys how right I was and how wrong you guys were.
Rub our faces in dirt.
Yeah. All right, next up we got we got the Raiders. Going to Washington to take on those Marcus Mariota-led Commanders, huh? How about that? Marcus Mariota still the best gig in all of life is backup
quarterback. Yep.
You get paid well, and you probably never even play. And when you do play, no one gets mad at you if you lose, because you're a backup quarterback. You're not you could only excel, right? You know what I mean? Like if you win a game for them,
but if you win, you're the hero.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sharp money, big money, action number expert, all lined up on the Raiders at +3. I actually bet this early in the week when I first heard about Jaden Daniels' knee. I got the Raiders at 6, because that's what His line opened up at 7 or whatever before Monday night's football game, before the Jaden Daniels news was out. But 68% of the bets, 51% of the money is on the Commanders in this one. I love the Raiders in this, even at the 3. I shouldn't say I love them. I like them. I didn't put them in the contest. I have this weird thing where if I got +6, I'm not playing a +3 at any of my other stuff. But I do think the Raiders win. I think they're a live dog. I think they win this game. I love betting on teams when they play on Monday Night Football, national standalone game, and they look like ass, and everyone writes them off, which is exactly what happened to the Raiders last week. Not impressed with this Commanders defense. I was actually impressed with the Raiders defense. They held that Chargers team in check for the most part, even even with a couple guys banged up. But I think this is going to be a close one. What do you think, Ghost?
This is one of those scary games I've seen before where the backup quarterback comes in. Backup quarterback can be very, very hyped, trying to prove something. I've seen it before where they come in and they just are lights out. Teams think they have no chance at all. This is a really tough game to pick for me, just based on some of the things that I'm saying. But you know what? I'm gonna just take the Raiders. It's not really a super confident pick, but I will take the Raiders in this spot. They are coming off a loss to the Chargers, so hopefully Pete Carroll got in there and motivated this team for another road game, or not a road game, but traveling across the country. So yeah, I'll take the Raiders.
I'm comfortable on this island, boys. I'm comfortable on the island. You guys are forgetting something, Will. You guys are forgetting something. This is a Marcus Mariota revenge game.
Oh, that's right. The revenge factor.
Marcus Mariota last year had some time to start in games, and he looked great in this system last year. This Cliff Kingsbury-led offense, okay? And I got some prop bets for you, too. Zach Ertz, anytime touchdown, he's getting in the end zone. And obviously, Geno Smith, anytime interception. Those are a lock. I mean, you'd be dumb not to sprinkle some on that. Okay,
parlay those together.
Give me the fucking Redskins in the league in the contest picks. Okay. Give me the Redskins, and the Redskins. Yes, the Redskins cover that 2.5. Marcus Mariota is going to have himself a day. He might have 3 touchdown passes today. And wow. And maybe a rushing, because that guy's got some legs. I know he's a little long in the tooth, but he's got legs, man, and they're fresh.
I love Marcus that you hit the Mac Jones last week, and now you're just throwing everyone out there. They might get 3. That's your go-to. He might get 3.
Dude, and I nailed it on Mac Jones. I nailed it, and I'm going to nail it again this week. Marcus Mariota is going to have himself a fucking day. He might be the NFC Offensive Player of the Week come Tuesday.
J Main's got your back. 0-5 ATS last 5 week 3 games on the road.
What can I say, man? What can I say?
I would say
give me the Redskins all day, man. They're gonna have a day.
Fantasy quarterback of the week as well, right? Mariota.
Well, no, that's gonna be Daniel Jones. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
What will be key for me in this game, if I'm gonna do any live betting on it? I want the Raiders to score first. Because, like you were saying, Ghost, that puts Marcus Mariota in a spot where he feels like he has to do more. Mariota is a good game manager. If the Commanders are up, right, early, I feel confident that he's going to be able to not do anything stupid of turning the ball over. But if the Raiders have a lead, now you got a quarterback trying to potentially might try to do a little too much. So I really like the Raiders if they end up scoring first. Next up, the game of the week.
Hell yeah.
Everyone's been talking about this. Jets, Bucks. Bucks 6.5 point favorites. Sharp money on the Bucks. Action Network expert likes the Jets in this one. 59% of the bets, 56% of the money. Taking the 6.5 with the Jets. Has anyone got a feel on this game?
Tyrod Taylor is going to be the starting quarterback. Justin Fields ruled out. Todd Bowles revenge game. Todd Bowles was ran out of fucking town in New York. Now he's the head coach of the Bucks. Very timid, soft-spoken head coach, but he seems to be doing something right because the Bucks have been the NFC South champions for the past 3 or 4 years in a row. So give me the Bucks all fucking day. I don't like the 6.5. I don't like the 6.5 because the Bucks have been in close games. But I don't know if I'm comfortable with the Jets covering it either because the Jets fucking stink. Give me the Bucks just to win outright, but I'm not confident in the spread.
This line was at 7, a flat 7 for quite a while. I've never seen 7.5. I have seen it drop to 6.5. Like I said, it's kind of split down the middle here on some of the lines I'm seeing. I've seen more sharp money coming in on the Jets here. I'm actually going to take the Jets in this spot because just like with the Eagles, the Bucs have a look-ahead game against the Eagles next weekend. Mm-hmm. And I like the Jets in this spot to cover. I'm not saying they're going to win the game. I'm just picking them to cover the spread.
I like the Jets too. I'm on them 6.5.
Give that to me as a confidence pick.
Okay, I will put it in. I like the Jets because a couple reasons. The Bucs have exceeded expectations offensively. Like if you look at YPP and stuff like that, they're going to come back down to earth a little bit. They're banged up. They lost another offensive lineman. Wirfs is not back yet. Doesn't look like he's going to play. So I have concerns about their health on offense. And no one wants to bet the Jets. This is another team that everyone's like, the Jets stink. I like them to cover. I think this is going to be a close game, and they're going to cover the 6.5. I do think the Bucs ultimately end up pulling it off. But I wouldn't be shocked if Tyrod Taylor goes out there, balls out enough to just keep this team in it, especially since he's able to run with his legs. I know he's getting up there in age, but he still is able to be mobile in the pocket, which has been kind of tough for those Bucs defense in the past when they have to go up against a mobile quarterback. So 6.5. I think this is going to be one of those shocking games that the public's gonna be like, how is this game close? And then it's gonna come down to McLaughlin kicking a game-winning field goal for Tampa Bay.
How about a little history for you two?
Okay,
I'm going back. This might even be back before the both of you were born. Here's some history. It was, I believe, the year was 1990 when both the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers were undefeated. They were both 10-0, and I believe it was week 12, they had a game against each other on a Monday Night Football. The games prior to that matchup, they both lost.
Oh.
So they came into the game 10-1, both of them.
That is crazy.
What does that have to do with this?
Because of the look ahead for Philly and
the look. I'm just talking about the look ahead, look ahead games, because they were looking ahead to their matchup on a Monday night. Mm-hmm. When Monday Night Football games used to put great matchups, when they were looking ahead to that matchup, and so they didn't pay attention to the teams they were playing before. I can't remember who the Giants played, but the 49ers lost to a very subpar Rams team, and that's when they played out in L.A. or Anaheim. So I'm just saying, these look ahead games, you got to pay attention to
them. What's funny too is I like a quarterback who kind of knows this place. Apparently, everyone's been pronouncing Tyrod's first name.
Yeah,
wrong.
It's Tyrod.
Yeah, apparently it's Tyrod. But I like it. I like the guy who's like, I don't care. I'm a backup quarterback. You can call me what you want. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't make us think about it. He's like, fuck it. Whatever. I'm here to do a job. Call me whatever you want. Just pay me. It's gonna be, that game is gonna be good. Phillies Bucks. Remember, Bucks are like the only team that can stop the tush push even when they're cheating.
Yeah, because of Vita Vea. When you have a Vita Vea at nose, you're not getting through him. He's a fucking wall.
I know. I hate that I have to like that guy. He's a Husky. Ugh.
I'm curious what the point spread's going to be on that game, because right now I'm loving the Bucks in that spot at home.
Is it in Tampa?
Yeah, it's in Tampa.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Pick'em, like right around Pick'em. Real quick before we move on to the next one, I gotta tell you guys, Bureau might like this. I gotta tell you guys about some gaming chairs.
Let's go.
Ooh. Looking for a comfortable but unique option for your gaming setup? Check out technisportusa.com.
That's a good one.
technisportusa.com with a wide range of ergonomic chairs in an array of colors. You will definitely bring your setup to the next level. Always comfy, never boring. Technisport. Use code RUMBLE for 10% off your entire order. Ooh, that's good. 10% off. Make sure you use that code RUMBLE. That's technisportusa.com. You can scan the QR code there, or you can click the link that will be attached to the bottom of the stream. Get yourself 10% off your nice, comfortable gaming chair.
And free shipping, it says.
Rumble. Oh, there we go.
10% off and free shipping.
That is a deal right there. Go check it out.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
I got to upgrade my chair. I just have like a stupid. Oh, you can't even see it. I just have a stupid like Staples office chair.
Well, now you know where you can go and get 10% off with free shipping.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah. Make sure you click that link if you are going to use it, people, so they know I sent you. How about that? Shout out. Okay, next game is what do we got? This one. Okay. I've done this a lot. I've been betting on sports, the NFL, since I was a kid. Well, my dad worked at a mill, and I technically wasn't betting, but we would always enter each week. They do the little pick'ems, like the big pool, and you just pick who's going to win. It. It'd be like $5 in there, and like when it was one of those things that him and I always did together. We'd make our picks and whatnot, and when we won, you'd win like $200. But that would be like $200 that we'd go out and get food or just go do guy stuff, and it was just something fun. There's lines when lines open up. There's some lines, and it's not every week, but there's some that just stand out to me, and I go, that is completely wrong. Why is the line that? So don't look at the fact that the line is 5 right now. This line opened up 3.5, and you got to sit back and think. No one likes the Titans. No one wants to bet on the Titans. They're terrible. Everyone is gassing up the Colts, talking about how great they are. They haven't punted this season, and they deserve it. I mean, they're 2-0 off of a BS call last week, but still they're 2-0. Everyone's loving the Colts. Everyone's hating the Titans. Why is that line 3.5? The Colts should be. I was like, this should be like a 6 point. If you just look at public perspective of these teams, that's telling you something. The books are very confident with the Titans in this game. I could only look at the Titans, and I made the Titans a contest pick of mine. And now that it's +5, I just updated my picks this morning. Give me the 5 points. That's because all the money's coming in on the Colts. The public's running in on the Colts. Everyone loves the Colts. This is going to be the Colts' first road game, by the way. Road game in division again. Give me the division dog at home in week 3. I love it. I'll take the points with the Titans.
Gross. Puke, vomit. This is our Colts. This is our team. I bleed blue. Let's go. Indiana Jones contest pick for the Colts. They're going to cover that 4.5. They're going to blow the socks off of the Titans today. They stink. I like Cam Ward. He does show poise in the pocket. He looks comfortable back there, but it doesn't matter how comfortable he is if his wide receivers can't catch the damn fucking football. Give me Indiana Jones. Come on, baby.
What says you, Ghost?
Well, it looks like the Colts have a road game next week, another one, where they're traveling out to L.A., and they're playing the Rams. The Rams could be on a big high after if they take down the Eagles. Based on things I'm seeing here, you know what? This could be a big letdown spot for the Colts. I know they've been riding high. I'm going to say they squeaked out a win against the Broncos because that one was a pretty close game. In this spot here, I am going to take the Tennessee Titans and give me those points.
Okay. Yeah, I love it. The public. This is one of those ones that make you want to throw up in your mouth because no one wants to take the Titans. And the fact that the book was so comfortable putting that line at 3.5. Now it's moved because it has to move. Once they get so lopsided, they have to, move it out when so much money comes in on it. But the fact that they were comfortable putting that at 3.5 tells me that they think this is going to be a close game. And if it's a close game, we got a shot with the Titans to win. And I did bet Titans money line as well.
Well, this line was at a flat 3 at one time.
I love it even more. We're going to finally see how good the Colts punter is today. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why they haven't punted. Maybe they have the worst punter in the league and they just don't trust him. You never know. Okay. Another disgusting game. I flip-flopped back and forth on this one. This is going to be one of, if you didn't take the Bills on Thursday in Survivor, everyone's taking the Seahawks. You got the Saints going up to Seattle. Seattle coming back from Pittsburgh after a nice win in Pittsburgh. Seahawks -7.5. Sharp money on the Seahawks. 60% of the bet, 64% of the money is on the Seahawks. I want to ask you guys this. When have you ever seen a team before the season that was projected to finish last in their division and another team that was projected to finish last in their division before the season started? And those two teams are playing each other. And one of the teams is laying 7.5. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't
right?
love it.
I took the Saints plus 7.5. I know it's disgusting. I hate it, but like the Saints have covered 7.5 in their first two games already.
Yeah.
This team's scrappy. I am very nervous that Spencer Rattler is going to go up to Seattle and play with all that noise. That place is
Very true.
I've gone to many games in Seattle, and it's no joke. But I don't trust the Seahawks offense yet. Their defense is looking good. I don't trust the Seahawks offense in 7.5. Like I said, I can't look past the fact. I understand they're on the road, but these were both projected to be terrible teams in their division, and one's laying 7.5. That is too many points. I will take the points with the Saints and made it a contest pick.
I'm with you. I agree. Saints cover. Seahawks win. Seahawks win the game. Saints cover. I'm gonna hold off on making a contest. How many picks do I have in the contest so far? 3.
Let me see. I think you have 3 or 4. Hold on, I'm updating something real quick. There we go. And the contest, the Saints are at +7, so Saints have taken some money. I think I'm making the Saints one of my survivor picks in that contest. I don't know. You have 4 so far, so you got one spot open.
Okay, so I'll hold off on this one, but I do think that the Saints cover. Give me the Seahawks to win.
And historically, when week 3 has been a dog week, Beardo picks 4 favorites so far. What do you think about this game?
This is ugly.
Yeah.
Like I've said every week so far, I hate that stadium. The stadium's ugly. I don't know who the architect was. It's just an ugly ass stadium.
It's gay.
Yeah, it's just awful. And I'm trying to think in recent memory. I think the Saints at one point, but this is with Drew Brees as their quarterback, went in there and beat Seattle before, and that's in that stadium. I might have been in the playoffs. I can't recall.
No, the playoff game was
the
the playoff one was the Marshawn run against.
That was the Beastquake.
Yeah. So this is it's not a confidence pick, but those points are awfully high. I'm going to go against you guys. I'm going to take the Seahawks in the points.
Woo, laying it. I like it. I'll be rooting for the Saints to upset the Seahawks just because it will screw up so many survivors. By the way, honorable part, happy early birthday. Tomorrow he is 60, young man out there. And then TB Sassy Pants says, I'm just here for the good looking panel. Well, thank you. What up, B-Mac? How we doing? Yeah, that one's going to be interesting.
That scumbag Patriot is in the chat.
Are we there yet? Says Patriot. Good morning, Patriot. How you doing? Your Oklahoma Sooners got pulled out a big win. That helps my John Mateer. This is another way I tackled that game. I was like, I didn't know which side to take, especially after I saw a Ghost liked Auburn +7. I was like, I'm going to bet John Mateer. I got some money in on John Mateer to be a Heisman winner because I'm like, if he wins this game, that's just going to boost his stock. And he's already the favorite with him and Carson Beck are kind of neck and neck right now. But I was like, if he gets a home win, a home-ranked SEC win, that's only going to boost his stock there. So I bought in on him, and he did go up a little bit in the betting market. So I'm looking good so far there. There's different angles, people, on how you can bet these games. You can like with that one, you can look at a game situation, say, if this happens, then this scenario will happen for a futures bet, more than likely, or at least you'll get value. Seahawks. Jay Main says Seahawks 1-8 ATS last 9 home games too. Ooh.
There you go.
Seahawks 4-9 last 13 at home as well. Okay. This one's interesting. I'm excited to watch this game. Broncos Chargers. I think it's gonna be a good one in the afternoon. Chargers laying 3, sharp money on the Chargers there. Action Hour Expert likes the Broncos. 66% of the money's on the Chargers. I'll take the 3 points with the Broncos in this one. I didn't make it a contest pick, but I do like the Broncos here. They make me nervous though, because they shouldn't have let the Colts back in that game. They shouldn't have hung around with the Titans so long. I don't know what's going on with the Broncos, but Sean Payton's got to get his guys buttoned up. But if you look historically, Sean Payton, all those years with the Saints, terrible against the spread in the first 2 weeks of the season for some reason, but then goes on and has an amazing ATS record going forward. But BS call there, the Broncos, that had to be a disgusting flight home for the Broncos to lose that game off of a leverage call. And why is leverage a 15-yard penalty? Like that seems excessive. But the Chargers, everyone's hyping up the Chargers. Chargers do look good, and maybe the Chargers are the real deal this year. But the Broncos, big divisional game on the road. They're definitely going to be focused up on this one, because if they lose this, then they're down 2 games to the Chargers in division. I think it's going to be close. I do think it's probably going to be a field goal game, or going to come down to a last-second field goal, and I hope it's not Dicker the kicker kicking, because that guy don't miss. So Chargers might eat this one out, but give me the 3 points with the Broncos.
Why wouldn't it be Cameron Dicker? Is he injured?
No, I meant I think it's going to be come down to a last-second field goal.
Oh,
it could be
okay,
the
gotcha.
Broncos kicking it or the Chargers kicking it.
Gotcha. I get it. I want to go last on this one.
Okay, what I'm seeing on this one too is both the money line and the spread. All the bets are coming in on the Chargers, and all the money is coming in on the Chargers as well. With that line at being so low as a road game at 2.5. Let me look here. Yeah, I like the Broncos. Give me the points and the Broncos. I think they may win this game outright.
Ooh, I like it.
Keep me on that island, baby. Chargers. And they cover. And I like the over. I like the over on the point total as well. The Broncos do have a problem. You're right, Will. Broncos do have a problem. Sean Payton does need to get his guys buttoned up, because Bo Nix is a fucking problem. That dude is always bitching, whining, and complaining on the sidelines. He's always cussing out Sean Payton. I don't know how Sean Payton puts up with that. I don't know why he puts up with it. I know Bo Nix is like a 30-year-old fucking man in his second year in the league, because he was in college for like 8 or 9 years because of COVID and everything. But he's got to give Bo Nix a fucking spanking on the sideline. Pull up the blue medical tent, and Sean Payton and Bo Nix go in there, and he just whoops his fucking ass, because that dude is a fucking crybaby bitch. Like I said, over on the point total. Give me the Chargers to cover, though, that 2.5. The Chargers are looking really good this year. And Quentin Johnston actually has some hands. He grew hands this year. I don't know if you knew that, Will. He grew a new set of hands, because he can actually catch the fucking ball.
I know, it's crazy.
It's wild, dude.
Guess who the Chargers play next weekend?
Here we go.
On the road. The New York Giants.
Chiefs. Is it Chiefs?
Oh, the New York
They
Giants.
play the New York Giants.
Look ahead game.
On the road.
Look ahead game. Yes, indeed. Okay. This next game is interesting too. There's some good matchups in the afternoon game. I mean, all day today. But Cowboys Bears. I keep going back and forth on this, but I'm sticking with what I originally liked. But the Cowboys are laying 1.5 on the road in Chicago. Sharp money, big money on the Cowboys. Action Hour Expert likes the Bears. 42% of the bets, but 82% of the money is on the Cowboys to win and cover today. I like the Bears. I think the Bears win today.
Fuck.
I do. I like the Bears. The Cowboys, I mean, terrible defense. They're going to go play outdoors on grass, so it should slow them down a little bit. But everyone's bailing off on the Bears right now. Ben Johnson, is he really as sharp as everyone thought he was? Caleb Williams sucks, all that stuff. I think the Bears are going to make this one scrappy. I think it's going to be close. I don't like it enough to make it a confidence pick, but I lean the Bears on this one.
All right, Ghost.
Okay. We saw Chicago last weekend get shellacked by Detroit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Dallas Cowboys needed overtime to beat the Giants. The Dallas Cowboys should have lost that game.
And a 64-yard field goal.
Yeah, they should have lost that game, but it was the Giants and their stupid penalties on defense is what gave that game to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys play the Packers next weekend. This is a confidence pick. Give me the Bears.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Confidence pick. Let me put that in. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a funny one. It's going to be a good one. It is going to be a good one. And, obviously the public's going to be all over the Cowboys in this one. That they always get public money on them. And the fact that the books have kept the line so low down there too, they're not really scared of this one. We'll see. This one's interesting. Cardinals, Niners.
I didn't even go yet.
Oh, you didn't go? Sorry.
No.
Cowboys, Bears. I thought you did. I just heard you yelled, fuck. That's all
Yeah. Patriot, are you still here? Patriot, are you still here?
Oh, he's here.
Okay. Cowboys have scored a lot of points in the first 2 weeks. There we go. I'm glad he's here to hear this. Cowboys have scored a lot of points in the first two games against the Eagles and against the Giants. Yes, granted, they should have lost last week, but their offense, Dak is actually looking decent. I don't think he's thrown a pick yet, which means he's probably due. But the Bears aren't built to come back into games. We don't know who the fucking Bears are. They have no identity. Their offensive line stinks. What's his name? DeAndre Swift. He might bust out, a decent run every now and then, but he's long in the tooth, in my opinion. And the Bears defense is injured, man. They're injured. I like the Cowboys. Fuck, and I'm picking all fucking favorites this week. I know. Give me the Cowboys, and they're going to cover that 1.5. This game might be a fucking blowout, dude. They're going to get
Bears
embarrassed
who we
at
thought
home.
they were.
Yeah, exactly.
We let them off the hook.
No, the Bears are who they thought they were. They're terrible, and we're going to curb stomp them.
That is hilarious. Loki says, Coach JB said a friend of his on staff said Caleb canceled film with Coach to meet with his merch person. Things are bad in Chicago. He will be benched if he stinks this game. I love that. All right. I love that. Normally that would be a negative. I love it because Caleb, let's be honest, the film isn't working. He's not a film guy. Let him go out and get his merch and all that stuff. Let him go do something that makes him feel good. That way his mind is right heading into this game.
Well, that means paint his fingernails. He's going to paint his fingernails nice and
do
pretty.
it all. I don't care. He don't need to be watching no film. You think he likes watching film? No. You think film helps him? No. Go get your mind right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Go buy a nice new purse, Caleb. Make yourself feel good.
Yeah, just like Justin Tucker. Go get that guy a massage. I need you to make a kick. All right. You don't need to be practicing kicks. You need to go get your mind and body right.
Yeah.
Cardinals Niners. I'm excited for this one, and I think I'm going to be opposite of a lot of people. Everyone's telling me that the Cardinals are the worst 2-0 team they've ever seen. Niners are laying 1.5. It is going to be Mac Daddy Jones again. There was rumors that Purdy maybe could go. Looks like Purdy will be back next week. But Mac Daddy Jones out there for the Niners laying 1.5. Sharp money, big money on the Cardinals, though. 58% of the bets, 80% of the money on the Cards. Action over expert likes the Niners. Maybe this is me being biased because every single time I take the Niners in a spot like this, I feel very confident with them. And then they just let me down. I don't know. Like they just can't seem to pull away from teams. And you got Murray who can run, and I think he will be able to run the ball on this 49ers defense. I like taking the points here with the Cardinals. Give me the Cards and the points. I don't think the Cards are as bad as people think, and I do think they do have a pretty good defense. Maybe not a top 10 like I thought, but by the end of the year, maybe they'll get there. But I think both teams are 2-0. This is a big divisional game. I'm going to take the points.
I second everything you just said. Give me the Cardinals.
Make it 3. I'll take the Cardinals.
Yes.
I'll take the Cardinals in the points. I like them in this spot.
Yeah, everyone. It seems like everyone I've listened to this week, no one believes in the Cardinals, and everyone's trusting the Niners.
Good.
And I don't know how you can, because if there was just a camera that was just on, God, what's his name? What's the Niners head coach name? Why am I drawing a blank?
Kyle Shanahan.
Shanahan. If there was just a camera that just was on Shanahan for the whole game, and that's all you watched, that guy looks like he's aging 5 years every single game.
Oh, yeah.
He is so frustrated with his team.
Yep.
So we'll see. I don't feel great going against, McCaffrey on that and Trent Williams out there. As long as those two guys are on there, I usually trust the Niners. I just got a weird feeling about the Niners in this spot. So I think this one is going to be a close game. And we know the Niners don't trust their kicker. They had to bring in a new guy, although good on him. He showed up. But the cards in this one for me and for you guys. I love it. Yep. Chiefs, Giants, Sunday night football. The Giants catching 6 at home against the 0-2 Kansas City Chiefs. Sharp money on the Giants, big money on the Chiefs. 52% of the bet, 63% of the money is on the Chiefs. A lot of people are going to have Chiefs in their survivor because you know what? The Chiefs can't start off 0-3. Or can they, Beardo?
No, they're not going to. The Giants are going to cover, but the Chiefs are going to win tonight. And it's going to be a close, heartbreaking loss for the Giants. I have had many of these in my life watching the Giants. Close, heartbreaking losses that we felt like we could have won, but we just couldn't fucking finish. And that's what's going to happen tonight. Giants cover that 6.5, but the Chiefs are going to win.
What do you think, Ghost?
I'm going to look real quick here. I'm trying to see who the Chiefs play next weekend.
Baltimore. They play Baltimore.
The Dolphins. They play the Baltimore.
Yeah, in Kansas City.
Giants and the points.
Okay.
Fuck!
See, normally I would think, normally I would agree and say this is a look ahead spot, and I kind of I lean maybe towards the Giants, but I think what kind of shifted me back this week was normally this would be a look ahead spot, but they're 0-2, so you got to factor that in. I hate taking the Chiefs, laying anything with the Chiefs because it seems like they never want to get margin; they just want to win. But one thing that I am concerned about with the Giants. And this is not the Chiefs' defense of years past. It's a little weaker. It's still going to be the toughest defense by far that they've seen this season. I mean, the Giants have seen the Commanders' defense and the Cowboys' defense. So that makes me a little nervous about the Giants covering that spread tonight because that Chiefs' defense, even though it's not what it was, it's still pretty damn good.
I think that if the Giants lose tonight, start off 0-3, I think they hit the red emergency button and they put in Jackson Dart next week for the Chargers, just for Dable to try to save his ass. Because I think by week 4, week 5, if they're still winless by then, Dable's gone. He's getting fired midseason. And the Giants don't usually do that. I think I've seen it happen once with, I think Joe Judge got fired midseason. Did he not?
It depends. If they're keeping these games close, I don't think they fire him. The Giants do have a brutal stretch for like the first 8 weeks of the season. So,
I still think we might see Dart sooner than we thought. If the Giants start off,
I would
winless.
disagree with that just because that's his like last ace up his hole. And does he want to burn it yet? I think he doesn't burn that play until he absolutely has to. And no one's expecting the Giants to beat the Chiefs tonight, so I don't think ownership is going to be shocked when the Chiefs win. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just hope the defense got drilled this week.
Yeah,
for their just stupid plays on defense to hand that game to the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they let Dallas Cowboys march down the field a couple times because of penalties, not because of Dallas's play, because of the Giants' penalties.
And also, the Giants have their left tackle back, Andrew Thomas. So, and when he's healthy, he's one of the best left tackles in the league. But we'll see if he's rusty. But I'm glad that he's going to be back tonight for this game.
Beautiful. Patriot says Casey's defense still okay. They've been holding teams down. It's the receiving core that's MIA. That's true. And you got Chris Jones that was out there and was pretty mad and upset. Trash talking with Jalen Hurts. That was pretty funny.
And Kelsey's even dropping balls.
Yeah, that's strange. Maybe a big game from Kelsey today. Okay, before we get into Monday Night Football, I gotta tell you, let's do another gaming thing here. I gotta tell you about some controllers.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Ooh. Let me tell you about these controllers, AIM controllers. Ready to level up your game? AIM controllers is where custom meets unbeatable value. And right now, it's the best deal of the year. We love that. We start with official Sony and Xbox controllers, fully compatible with console and PC, no functionality loss. Then you go Then you go wild with custom features, smart bumpers, paddles, grips, stick height, custom buttons, even design your own PS5 snap panels. And here's the part no one else is doing. Lifetime warranty on all modified parts. That's right. Lifetime. What other company does that? Exactly. Normally, a fully loaded setup could run you $400, but during the one price promo, it's just $209, no matter how many features you add. That's $209 USD or 182 euro. Use the code RUMBLE at checkout and lock it in. This is your sign. Use the code RUMBLE at checkout, lock it in, go to aimcontrollers.com and build the last controller you'll ever need.
Hell yeah. Check out AIM controllers, man.
AIM, baby. That sounds awesome.
Let's go.
That sounds awesome. Monday Night Football. Lions, Ravens in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore laying 4.5. Sharp money on the Ravens, big money on the Lions, with 36% of the bets on the Lions, but 49% of the money. I love this spot. I didn't make it a contest pick just because I like so many other dogs more, and I like catching points. But I have bet this and probably will hit it again. I love the Ravens here. The Ravens have owned the Lions and just are more physical team against the Lions, or than the Lions are. And I still think people are thinking this is the Lions teams of years past, just because what they put up 52 on the Bears.
On the Bears,
yeah. And then we got the Lions. Jared Goff going back outdoors, playing on grass. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't do well outdoors. It's on the road. I think the Ravens, unlike the Bills, I think it's going to be like the Bills games, except for the Lions aren't going to come back when they're down 15. I think the Ravens are going to run away with this game. I still think the Ravens are the best overall roster in the NFL. So give me the Ravens at home in a big Monday night battle.
I like that too. I like the Ravens. Lamar Jackson's been good through the air, especially last week. He was good through the air. They're not making very many mistakes unless your name is Derrick Henry. And the Lions, they got embarrassed by Green Bay week 1, and they played a very lousy Bears team last week. So we don't really know the Lions' identity yet after losing both their offensive and defensive coordinator. They showed some flashes of being the old Lions last week, but I don't know if I'm sold yet if they're still in that championship level that they were last year. So give me the Ravens, and the Ravens cover that 4.5 as well.
I'm going to do a different take on this game.
Ooh.
This is the highest total since our Thursday night game. It was at 50.5 at one time. It's sitting at 52.5 right now. I've seen it as high as 53.5. I think we're going to see a very exciting Monday Night Football game. This is going to be a very high-scoring game. I am going to take this Lions, Ravens over the total.
Ooh, I like that. I mean, both these teams are over teams, so I mean I like that move. I do think we're going to see some points because I don't think the Ravens defense is really up to par of what we normally see. So I do think the Lions will be able to move the ball. I just don't know if the Lions are going to stop the Ravens, and they're just going to be. They're more physical team, and Henry didn't do anything last week, so I expect Henry to get some carries and some yards on this Lions defense. But I like that.
Yeah, we may see a total of 40 points by halftime.
Wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, would not be shocked.
28-14 Ravens first half.
Yep, you could very well see it.
I like it. Okay, I need one more pick from you, Ghost, and then we'll have.
Okay, what do you have for me right now?
I got you Houston +1, Carolina 4.5, Jets 6.5, Bears 1.
Okay, let me check here. Give me the Rams.
Ooh, good call. I like that. Okay, so
I want to change mine up.
Okay.
Take out Green Bay.
Okay.
And then give me the Giants to cover.
Ooh,
there we go.
I love it.
There we go.
Taking that dog. Hopefully it's a live dog. That'd be something else to take out the Chiefs and make them 0-3.
Well, just to cover, not to win, but to cover.
Oh, I know, but the big game next week, I'm telling you about that look-ahead game. Big game against the Ravens next weekend.
I want to take
the
the Chiefs and Survivor because if they lose, I'll be pissed that I lose my survivor pick, but I'll be laughing because the Chiefs are 0-3 and lost to the Giants. You know what I mean? So here's our picks for this week. Mine, I'm taking Carolina, Houston, Rams, Titans, Saints. Heavy Steps is on Rams, Raiders, Titans, Houston, and KC. Beardo's on Vikings, Commanders, Colts, Cowboys, Giants. And Ghost is on Texans, Panthers, Jets, Bears, Rams.
There you go. You got a lot of diversity in there.
I know someone's got to go 5-0, right?
Yeah, bound to happen.
I like our odds. I think we can do it. You know. But hey, another good stream. Thanks for hopping on, guys.
Hell yeah.
Tell everyone, Beardo, tell everyone where they can find you.
You guys know where to find me. Geeks and Gamers regularly throughout the week. And then my personal channel is Fear the Beardo. That's where I do podcasts, my personal podcasts, and also my gaming streams over there. So Fear the Beardo on all social media.
What was that new show you started yesterday?
Just a solo podcast. First episode of my solo podcast I did yesterday, calling it Overtime with Beardo. So I'll be doing that regularly early Saturday mornings at 10 a.m.
What are you talking about? Just anything?
Just shooting the shit, man. Shooting the shit with the chat, hanging out. Maybe a little bit of politics, sports, memes, and stuff. Just a chill stream. Well, unless we're talking politics, and I might get a little heated. But other than that, it's supposed to be a pretty chill stream.
So different than the gaming stuff. Okay.
Different from gaming, different from bro science. I mean, it might get like a little bro sciencey, but yeah, it's just I wanted to do something with the chat where I can like really engage and just kind of just have like an interactive podcast with the chat and just interact with them a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing with that.
Patriot wants to know if it was on Rumble. No.
I got to start streaming on Rumble. I got to. I have a Rumble channel. I just got to fucking do it.
Yeah. Do it. We love Rumble. Ghost, where can everyone find you?
GhostWin65 on Twitter/X. And I'm also at Ghost Wins on Locals.
Ooh, nice. And, if you go 5-0 this week, that's got to be your new favorite hat. Never take it off.
No, you never take it off. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'll be back. I'll be on Sports Wars with Beardo here in 2 hours. So we'll be over there chopping it up, breaking down the games again like we do every Sunday. You can find me. Oh, what was that?
I just agreed with you. I just said yes.
Oh, okay. You can find me here, over here on Rumble, Game On Show, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every morning. I'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll be recapping what happened in the NFL today. Oh, baby. But you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. Hope you guys cash all your bets or at least win more than you lose. And I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then,
good luck. Good gambling.
And game on.
There you go.